welcome to today's live stream. And yeah, it's a bit early today. It's around 5 in Spain, but like I said, I fancied a little bit of an early drive around today, so if there's nobody actually watching live, you can always catch up later in my videos. So here we are, round 5. 34 points on the board. Obviously don't think I'm going to be getting anywhere near championship season, but we're doing quite well. I'm doing quite well. Kevin Magnussen's not doing too bad. He's picked up 6 points. I don't know why, but the graphics seem to look better today. On my loading screen. I don't know if it's just me or it might be psychosomatic. No, they definitely, for some reason it looks better today. This is really strange. Or maybe I just haven't played it in a few days. Hi, how are you doing, Manolita? Glad to see you've joined in. Just give me one moment while I set up. I noticed the other day that you're from Spain. Which part of Spain are you actually from? Because this is this round today, so. Okay, so let's just have a quick look at the R&D, make sure everything's come through. I can't remember if I'd actually got anything come through from the R&D from the last one. I do have 457 I do have 457 resource points, so I'll be able to definitely get some of that durability of the parts, especially the engine parts, up after the race, so that's going to be very, very helpful. So we'll go back. Let's take ourselves to practice one. So as I say, this is Circuit de Catalunya in Spain, which is my favourite track because I live about 30 kilometers away from this track, so
welcome to the Circuit de Barcelona.
I enjoy racing. Sorry for that, there was a slight problem. So I just had to stop the stream for a moment, but I'm back now, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm gonna get straight into this. Go to the setup first. And so I pretty much know the setup I want for this. It's a pretty easy setup to go for me. He says this is, of course, this is it's a new season with different cars.
We haven't done a race
so
simulation on any tyre
sometimes.
yet. We have multiple sessions available, so it isn't urgent right now, but we should make time for a tyre wear program at some point.
So with suspension we're going to go 5, 4, 7, 7, 6, 6. Brakes, I think we're going to go 75, 60, so that should be alright. The PSI, I'm actually going to drop it a little bit for this track. So I'm going to go 22.6 and 21.1, and the weight distribution, of course, is, for me, is always 6. It's the best one. Okay, so now all that's done, we can actually get into
right,
the actual,
I'll get these changes made.
Into the session itself. Oops. Oh yeah, sorry. Track acclimatization. So we're going to do this acclimatization on hard tyres.
Okay, the track is green right now, so take a few laps to get the tyres up to temperature. Try and feel your way around.
So, I know on the next lap at least that I'm not going to be hitting full speed going through there, but I think in reality this year the cars actually did. Oh, that was interesting. I think the cars are able to go through that first straight. It's just 2 corners.
Good work, you seem to have a solid handle on the lap. Let's try and perfect each turn. Remember that chaining good corners together will give you a consistency bonus.
Ah, yeah. Bugger. I think I just about hit it, but I let up, so that's going to take up the green. Oh, dear me. Take this a bit more serious. I mean, it's early in the day, you know, I'm just right away, but it's not excuse for a red. Second lap anyway.
We've only got 2 laps
Mercedes messed it up and not got the game capture. I hope not. Right, okay, so thanks for reminding me that. I didn't actually realise there was a problem. It was the same problem I had as before, I think, so I'm just going to fix it. It'll take a couple of moments. So should be up and running now. Okay, so unfortunately I didn't catch that, and it wasn't a bad lap, but everything's up and running now, so it's not too bad when it comes down to it. So the track acclimatization is okay. I don't know why I lost time in turn 15. 2 and 3 I do, because I don't always catch the line perfectly there. That's a normal thing for me, but 15 I'm not sure why I didn't take it well enough.
Our best lap so far is a 1 minute,
we're going to go into
28.2.
we're going to go into the track acclimatization now. And so this is going to be on medium tyres.
When you're ready, let's go.
tyre wear on this one, I'm really not sure. This is my first time around all of these tracks with the new car and the new games. I haven't done any kind of testing on the tracks or anything like that. So I've got all new braking spots to learn sometimes. I've got time on the ball. Even some acceleration points have either got better or have got worse for me. These kind of all things you need to take into consideration as you're going along. So I can't remember the medium tires are going to be a bit more sticky, so definitely get some of that. I've said it before and I'll say it again, in order to conserve tyre wear, it's just better to be just trying to brake a little bit before the red markers if you have the line turned on. If you don't have the racing line turned on because you're too professional, then you don't know your braking point, so you just tap a few times before that. What you just want to make sure is that you're not going to lose too much time. Generally find some parts of the track where you can conserve a little bit of time, maybe absolutely hammer on the straights and then conserve your time for the corners. But you can see I've got a really good tyre they're going to hit. But that's also because I know the track and I pretty much know where it's going to eat my tyres up. So
that's the end of the program and plenty of useful data. Return to base when you can so we can go over it.
So you can see this is my home circuit, so you can see why I've got a perfect curve there. Anything difficult at all with this one. This lap.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
So this has been quite productive practice. I'm happy with it. It's my home Grand Prix in theory, so I've got to sure I'm doing a good show.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Ah, that's okay, Manoleta. Don't worry. Where are you from in Spain? Which city? Or which is the closest city to where you live? I can actually. Ah, okay, fantastic. Okay, I actually live close to Barcelona, so and I'm an English teacher, so I can probably adapt. Okay, if you want to copy and paste
we should probably do
your channel into the chat, people can look at it,
as best we can.
And I will have a look at it once I finish the stream. Okay, so we're gonna go to practice 2. Yo entiendo
An interesting practice session there then. Let's remind ourselves of the top three, who are Raikkonen, Vettel and Lewis Hamilton.
Yo habla.
That concludes an interesting practice session. Let's hope for more excitement as the weekend unfolds.
Okay, yeah, you can. I mean, you can also put your channel in my chat, and I had a look at your channel one day, but only very quickly. But I can have another look when I have finished my stream. No problem. No, I don't. Only from the television. Okay, so now we have picked up some points, so that's going to be very good for R&D now, because I can really have a look at this, if it's possible. Gearbox number 2. Actually, what about the energy store? No, let's go with the gearbox, because that's nearly a 50%. Let's have a look. Let's have a quick look at the wear and tear of the car, if you don't mind. 45, 35. Okay, yeah. So I mean, we've used these, but if you look at the gearbox, the wear is already quite high. It's 35%. So I think that the R&D has to go towards the gearbox for the moment. I truly believe that the gearbox is the only direction. When you say it's loud, do you mean the sound of the actual cars? Because I can adjust the sound of the cars. Let's have a look. I'll try at this level. Okay, yeah, I've taken it down a little bit. It's my microphone as well. I use quite a basic microphone, so it's not perfect sound. Okay, let's go to practice 2. Okay, and now we're going to work on the fuel saving, which again, because I know this track quite well, I should be able to do this at a high level. So it looks like I'm the only one going out. So I might get a clear up all the way around if I'm lucky. A little bit of crashing into me for the time for this moment. Didn't eat into the track there, but this one. Oh, there's somebody there in front of us, that's not good. But as I said, the fuel consumption is really about the gas. It's about getting on the accelerator slowly and actually getting off quite slowly and kind of coasting around rather than applying throttle around the corners. It's about just trying to coast as much as possible. But you don't have to coast a lot. You can get the best out of it just by applying the accelerator a little bit slower than you would in, for example, qualifying pace. Making sure that you utilize the DRS as well, because that's giving you extra speed. You can see I have like 400ths of a second to give up, so I've got nearly half a second if I want to. And that's going to help me consume a bit of fuel. Still got 500ths of a second, so
that's an acceptable lap, but you're capable of more if you work at it.
let's see.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Close to the line on this one, but I have got 300ths of a second to give away, so I'm not, well, I haven't now. I hope I don't fail this one actually. That'd be really stupid. Let's see if we get some fuel back here. I don't think I am.
That was no good. We need you to improve on that.
Went out there and I just managed to catch it. But you can see on this lap that now I've taken consideration I'm saving time and I'm saving fuel, so it's much better than that little lap. Much better. It's a shame I couldn't get it into the purple, but it's not really good. Okay, so I've got good fuel saving. Box this lap.
Understood. Stopping this lap.
Teammate status.
Sorry, we can't provide you with that information right now. This lap, please. Box this lap.
Okay, so let's have a look.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1:28.6.
Fuel saving. So we're gonna go to the qualifying pace now. I'll just let a couple of minutes run off, at least pretend we're getting prepared. Okay, so as you know,
Checks complete. All personnel be aware, we have a car leaving.
qualifying will be really pushing this car, and we're only on softs, so gotta be a little bit careful. Depending on who that is at the front, I can try and give them some space. I have a slight amount of space behind me before the next car, but it looks like a Williams ahead of me. Whee! That was a big slide out. See if I keep that closed. I'm going to just let the Williams kind of go on ahead a bit, just to give me a slight amount of space. Okay, and that's just giving me about enough to start my quali lap. Oh look, there's a car come right out of the pits into my path, and I can only hope that whoever it is, they're gonna pull over because they know I'm on a fast lap. I mean, pulled over to an extent. I'm not unhappy with that. I wasn't happy, however, with the entrance to that corner. The exit wasn't too bad, so I haven't lost a huge amount of time on that one. Let's back weekends going on. The car's definitely fighting me a little bit, which is strange because I haven't really felt it on these tyres, but it's definitely fighting me.
Right, that's the end of the program. Box this lap so we can analyse the data. Box this lap.
Well, got a purple, so that's good. Box this lap.
Confirmed. We'll receive you at the end of this lap. Of fuel remaining.
Okay, so that's free practice 2 over. And then we'll push on to free practice 3. So really I only failed in the fuel saving by about 50 points, so
as all the cars are now over the line, your top 3 again are Raikkonen, Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas. Thank you for joining us for free practice today. We'll be back with more Formula 1 action very shortly.
I outdid my teammate, which is good. I mean, it's only practice, but still good. Okay, so we'll go to practice 3 to do the race simulation. Is it just me, or is it raining? Just a quick look at the session info. It looks like it is, yeah. Oh dear. It's not going to give me a good race simulation. Okay, well.
To get better in around 5 minutes, like rain in 5 minutes time.
Okay, so I'll fast forward it a little bit. We'll go We'll go down to the 15-minute mark, I think. Oops. I don't know if it's gonna ease up a huge amount, but hopefully it will. Okay, so we're on 15 minutes. It's probably better to actually look at the live TV feed. So I don't think the track's going to necessarily get dry in this time, so it's definitely important that I go out and at least do the race strategy, even if it's on intermediates. I mean, I'm not going to change my setup.
Standing by.
So if really needs be, I can put some some live front end on the car through my computer if I really need to get that little bit of extra, but I mean, as long as I do some clean laps and stay to the time I'm looking for, which it does adjust in rainy conditions, so as I said before in my videos, I do have some very particular things that I stick to. So for example, in the race simulation, I can't go into lean to save the engine or anything. I must stay in standard. I can't go into rich, and I can't use DRS. And the reasons for these is because it's a race simulation, and I'm not contemplating great conditions and bad conditions. So that's why I take things like DRS out, because under a real race simulation it's going to give you bad data. The computer game doesn't know any different and would take it all into consideration anyway, I'm sure, but these are the conditions I put myself under. You can see the sky's clearing a little bit over there towards the mountains, towards the mountain range of Monsen. And then the track's a little bit dry, you can tell on the line, because the tyres definitely slipping a little bit around underneath me because they're unable to get the traction that they need, so it might get dry actually. So DRS is turned off, so it's not even something I have to really think about. And we're looking to just get in 3 solid laps here. If we get in 3 solid laps, I think the race simulation will be done. Sometimes it'll do it on 2 laps, I think, if you get 2 really good laps. And at the moment I'm 400ths of a second up on the expected lap time, which, as I've said, is not abnormal because this is kind of my home Grand Prix. In reality, it's very close to where I live, so I would be expecting. I've been around the track on foot, I've been there numerous times, so I know every inch of this track, and so I expect more out of myself when I do this one. Just a little bit of wheel spin coming out of that corner. I went just a tad too deep in there, but that might have just been because of the rain, to be honest. Try and keep off that curb so that the back end doesn't swing out. And really apply pressure here. Be very careful going through this chicane because it's got a raised curb on the inside, which will throw the car up in the air, so we really don't want that happening. Come around the back end, just trying to keep off the main curb. Didn't do a very good job of that. As you can see, I'm 2.6 seconds under the expected, which I would normally expect 1.5, but because it's my home race, if I'm driving a clean lap, then that's pretty good. Notice I just dipped off into the wet line. That's to try and put a little bit of pull my tyres down just a little bit. Okay, so better through that one, definitely. And over that curve, I really don't want to go over that curve there. Far too tight. This is a slow one here, so there's no way I'm going to get there as fast as the first lap. Yeah, nowhere near.
Keep it up.
Okay, so if we can just get one more clean lap, we'll definitely hit the target objective. But I have just gone wide a little bit there. Just letting it go a little bit through this corner because I'm sure in these cars you can take this corner flat out. There's two corners which this simulator tells you either need to lift off or you. Or you do hit it and you kind of go a little bit wide. And I know in reality that the cars are able to take some of these corners pretty much full on. Have to save the back end a little bit there. The back end there. It's happened a few times now, and I'm guessing that's just because the track's getting dry. I don't think it's because of the moisture, because of the first lap I managed to drive pretty well.
Okay, super
Times
so
are definitely
far,
coming down as well. So
stay focused.
box this lap.
Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
So 7th fastest with intermediates. It's not bad actually. Behind Massa, which makes sense. Ahead of Sainz, which is a good thing. Especially considering I'm doing race pace and I'm not doing anything else. So we're just going to put the car in.
Okay, some quick lap times are now being posted. It's getting faster out there.
Right, okay, just give me a moment, just having a quick rest of the eyeballs before I go into the qualifying session. Okay, so let's go back to the truck and see what our expectations for the qualifying session are, and maybe we can actually look at the
quick look at the classification at the end of the session. Then here are your top
so I finished
three.
9th, which is still darn good for
Bottas.
considering
That's
Magnussen
it
was
for practice
15th.
then. We'll see you again soon.
Okay, so let's have a look. Simultaneous development. By regrouping each department into more effective team groups, they now have the capacity to work on 2 upgrades per department simultaneously. Okay. And then of course 3 and no limit. Okay. The first driver bonus, resource points, okay, 10% and 15%, okay. That's actually a big thing. Upgrade speed, improved logistics results in development time for minor size upgrades being halved from 2 weekends to 1. And majors, okay. Pit stop efficiency, complete 10 racing pit stops, okay, so that's going to come from around race 10, then I suppose race 20 and race 30. No, 50. Woof. 50? How many seasons is that? Because I only do. Yeah, I only do 1 pit stop normally.
Hi, just letting you know that we've had the team's expectations through for the upcoming qualifying session.
Okay, so expectations are 13th and to beat Magnussen, and I would agree with that. I think I can do better, but I would agree with it. So let's go into the qualifying sessions.
Today's qualifying session is about to start here at the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya. And what a cracker of a session we're expecting it to be. In recent seasons, much talk has been made about tyre wear. Some say it gets in the way of the racing, others say it's always been part of the sport. Are we going to see drivers trying to look after their tyres here, or throw caution to the wind and worry about that when it becomes a problem?
Tyre wear is always something you have to consider to a certain degree. Finding a good car balance that suits the circuit will help prolong the life of the tyre, but it's true that some circuits, such as this one, are more challenging than others. How hard you can push them depends on your strategy and how tight the battle is around you.
Yeah, and we did, to be fair, we did really well on tyre strategy, so it's not something that's going to worry me. Okay, so we're simply going to do a run out lap. So we're in part Fermi rules now, but that's fine. I'm really happy with the setup. I could have maybe shifted the ballast a notch or two because sometimes the back end is swinging out on me. But as a general rule of thumb, I've liked that ballast for the whole season. So. It's not something I particularly want to make a change to at this moment. I'm kind of getting used to the whole handling all over again. Well, not get used to the whole handling, but it does make a big difference in how the car handles. Huge difference, so... Realised I've got it done the full-on qualifying petrol. I forgot to turn it down, and that's why normally in practice and stuff like that I turn it up and down. It's just to get into the mindset of actually doing it automatically, and it's not something you necessarily think about or have to think about. I quite like that line there. I might try that again. It's kind of a non-accelerating line through that. Okay, so we're back up to max now because we obviously want to be hitting on all cylinders. You get a bit of a crosswind on here, so it tends to push you away a little bit from the left to the right. I quite like that. Very happy with that corner. A bit too tight on this one, but it's not the end of the world as long as I keep it on the curve. That was a good exit. I like that one. Wasn't a bad exit. That was a terrible entrance, but again, not too bad on the exit, so that might not be the be all and end all. I'm going to go deep into this one because I want to, or tight, sorry, should I say, because I really wanted to see if I could shave a couple of hundredths of a second off. As I said, these S's are really important because if you go over that bump, like I just did there, the bottom one's okay, but the top one's really going to swing the back of the car around, and you don't want that. Okay, so we've taken pole from Alonso, but that's...
ETA is about 15 minutes.
That's expected. Box this lap.
Right, coming at the end of this lap.
Oops, a bit wide there.
To P2.
Yeah, so you can see some of our parts here are starting to wear. So this is becoming rather a large concern for me. I can see in reality, if you look at someone like Jos Verstappen, it's not his dad, Max Verstappen. Shows how long I've been watching Formula 1. Max Verstappen has had some engine problems. Can't remember if it was which team it was last year. Of course, it's McLaren, but that's understandable. But there was a team last year that had engine problems. Can't remember who it was. But it's kind of imprinted when you start in this game, whether you start with Haas, whether you start with Williams. I think it's across the board. I just don't think it's a good idea by Codemasters, because I think you kind of at the beginning of the game you're really hindered by the fact that you just have to concentrate on the engine unit. It's where all your development has to go. Unfortunately, I wasted 500 credits on a front wing, and when you think that now I could be on the 75% gearbox improvement, you can definitely feel like you've wasted that. So now everybody's coming around that back end, we're going to be able to really see where we're sitting here. Whether we're sitting high up or we're sitting low down. We'll wait for Magnussen, Raikkonen and Sainz to come through. Okay. Oops. So we're still second, which is good. Oh.
Rain in 10 minutes.
Just got the others coming through. Because that rain's arriving in a couple of minutes. I'm down to 6th, so that's kind of expected. Still in 6th. Eighth now. But I'm into part 2. I've beat Kevin, and I know I'll beat Kevin with my what I call my true qualifying setup, which is when I basically just bring the fuel down to its lowest capacity. So we need to try and find 2 spots. So we'll go out, change the fuel. I'm going to take it down to about 3.8 laps. Now there is slight rain, so this is going to affect us, but we'll...
Engine fired, we're set.
We'll just deal with it as it goes. It's really not a big worry. And I'm hoping F1 2015 I was actually really good in the wet. Really good in the wet. But in F1 2016 I wasn't so good in the wet. So I'd be really interested to see. Just take that right down. It'll be really interesting to see how good I am in the wet in this one. I think it was China. Can't remember if it was China where I drove in the wet, but it was one of these sessions I think I've driven in the wet. No, it was quite good. It felt quite good. The important part here though was a good time because we're super light, so you can see the cars just going everywhere. Could be a couple of different reasons. Could be because the tyres aren't perfectly in sync with the road yet. Maybe there's not enough rain down. Back end is definitely jumpy. I felt it in the other session, I think the other practice session, which was in the wet. I felt the back end wanting to skip around a little bit. messed up the start because I was too busy talking. I forgot to switch the fuel over, so I'm going to have lost a little bit of time. But if I do well enough, I should be able to clamber quite a lot of it back. I'm going to try and a couple of little late brakes. I know in the wet that's a little bit dangerous, but it's a lighter car, so there's less fuel to worry about. And if I can just get that later braking spot, or an earlier an acceleration spot actually even.
Fuel is marginal. We're close to using up the load. Pit in within 2 laps.
Okay, so we have gone second.
That's P2.
I knew I'd be pretty good in the rain, but I think some other people have got to come round yet. Ah, crap. I really messed up that one. So I'm going to actually be losing time now. Never mind. Well, it's a good lap time posted, and hopefully it's going to get me through to Q3, and if we get through to Q3 there's a chance this rain is going to go away, and I think it's going to be the second time I think I've managed to make Q3. The first one was by a bit of luck, actually. Gotta get used to not accelerating over that.
This rain could be with us for a while.
Okay, so now we're going to get it in Q3 as well, so that's a bit of good news. Box this lap.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
Just, brake a little bit earlier there, going into the pit lane with this rain. So Bottas has gone second. I'll take sixth now. You want to give it to me? Okay, so I should be able to push into Q3 with this time. I think it looks pretty good. But if I don't, it's not the end of the world. So yeah, I think the rain's going to continue into Q3 as well. I'm just hoping. I said I'd take sixth, so this is good. Oh, just gone down to sixth there. Come on, Danny, don't let me down, Danny. Okay, so I'm in Q3, and Magnussen's in 12th, so I've won the battle, the teammate battle. And so we'll change the fuel so that we just put, I think we're going to go, I'm really going to push it this time with it being Q3, so I'm going to go with the minimum, 5 kilos, 3.2 laps. So I'm going to have to be very, very careful to make sure that the fuel usage is the correct.
All clear the garage, please.
And I
Car
have
ready
to
leave.
hope that there is no cars leaving the pits when I come to start my quali lap, because that would be disastrous. So I'm going to turn the fuel down to lean, mix 1, and then when I start my quali lap we'll turn it to mix 4 maximum. This should conserve fuel enough just to give us that really fast lap. If I think the fuel's getting too low, I can always drop to rich and save a little bit, and I'll still be going at a high percentage of the engine's capacity. Accelerating theirs because we don't want to spin the car. Okay, now when I finish this chicane I'll turn the fuel to mix 4. So mix 2, mix 3, mix 4. We'll start the quali lap. So that's a really good exit out of that one.
Fuel. We'll need to return to the pits within the next couple of laps.
A little bit deep into that one, but it's okay. I'm still quite happy. Oh, that one wasn't very good. I went a little bit wobbly going into it, but this one's better because I found that if you just brake before, you can apply the accelerator much quickly, rather than actually braking in the centre of the corner, so I'm happy with that one. This one, as long as I don't turn too soon, I can get a good exit. No acceleration there because you don't want the back to spin out. And this is almost as perfect, well he says, this is almost as perfect lap as I feel I can get, to be honest. Okay, so second position.
P2. You're currently on the front row of the grid.
There's no way I'm keeping that though. Box this lap.
Understood. Stopping this lap. We're dropping down the order. You're currently in P3.
Okay, no problem. See you later. Sorry I didn't answer your other message, but I didn't see it, but catch you another time.
Less than a lap of fuel now. The tank is empty.
Well, it's not empty. 0.40, it's okay. I can get around in that. Okay. And don't worry about the comments about the commentary. That's no problem. Oh, so. I'll be honest with you, I would take 5th. I'm a long way behind Hamilton, but I'll take it over Ricciardo, who has to find 300ths of a second, or 200ths of a second.
1 minute 36.1.
I think Max Verstappen can find time though. Hopefully he can, but yeah. I don't know
As
who
we
jumped
wind
above
down
me
from the
there, but
excitement of qualifying,
Max Verstappen.
here's a look at your top 3.
Alright,
Vettel,
9th as it
Raikkonen,
is.
and Lewis Hamilton. It's time to leave for now, but we'll be back tomorrow when the Grand Prix itself gets underway.
Okay, so I got a few points there. So it seems that Red Bull are pretty keen on me, which is good. Have a listen to the voicemail.
Hi, guess who? I've seen the team's expectations for the race, so I thought I'd pass them on and wish you luck. Take care.
Okay, so they want me to finish 11th, which is more than acceptable, and to beat Kevin Magnussen, which again is more than acceptable for me. The only thing I'm worried about a little bit at the moment is the power unit. 58% on the internal combustion engine isn't good. Got 53 on the MGU-H, which isn't good either, even though we've got upgrades on these things. The kinetic, the MGU-HK is doing alright, to be honest. The energy store is looking pretty bad. Turbocharger's looking pretty bad. These are not good things, but control electronics are not looking too good either. The gearbox is kind of... What are we in with this one? This must be the second race, isn't it? How many races have we done with it? Oh, 1. Okay. So, I think, in all honesty, we're going to end up... We're going to do the race okay, I'm sure, but we're going to get some penalties along the way this season. There's just definitely no way around that, which is unfortunate.
What does the Spanish Grand Prix have in store for us today, I wonder? We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race.
Great starting position for us. Let's see if we can improve on that in the race.
I'm just going to put slightly more fuel in the car than necessary. It's just in case I really need to just in case I need to go in high revs at any point.
p.m. on a full start. We don't want to book down.
Tires. And we'll catch up to the pack, so it's not there. Now I don't know why, but if you look, I've been moved up to P4, so there's obviously something's happened. I don't know if somebody's had penalties or anything like that, because I was definitely P9. But I'll take P4. I don't know what the reason was. I don't actually know if I can see it in here. Why I'm in P4. No incidents that I'm aware of, so I don't know why I was promoted, but it seems like let's see who was. There's a lot of people been pushed up. Both Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas have been demoted. Verstappen's demoted. Lance Stroll was demoted. So I'm guessing maybe they had to make some changes to the car and they've taken a grid hit, I don't know, but this is really good for us because I'm going to be honest with you, Massa is a beatable opponent. It's difficult, but he's a beatable opponent. And the others with them behind me, I don't know, I think I can handle cars behind me. I'm a bit annoyed that Magnussen's managed to jump so far up, considering how much I qualified him by.
Forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights.
Okay, so we're going to have decent starts. Not the best start I've ever had, but we've got Raikkonen coming through, so I just want to block him off a little bit. At least want to block him from overtaking me. If we could just get Lance Stroll out of the way.
We think our energy store is getting a little worse for wear. Stay out of lean mix in order to reduce the load.
Okay, well we won't be going in lean mix, I know that much, so that's not the be all and end all. Okay, so really our intention is truly to drive as clean race as I can, and I think that if I can drive a clean race, I should be able to do well on this track. I can see he's just got a tiny bit more mechanical grip than me. He isn't as good actually going into the corners, it's when he's coming out of them. You can see his engine just kicks in, the grip kicks in, and I'm kind of sat watching him disappear a little bit. But looking at Massa, he's not making great inroads on me. If anything, he seems to be losing out a little bit, which is good for me. Now start to pull out. But again, it's not so much Ricciardo I need to be concentrating on, it's about getting ahead of the guys behind me. Those are the ones I truly have to think about, because going to a higher fuel mix to try and make that happen more, but I really don't want to risk the car too much, especially early in the race. I'd rather let them all battle it out and see after the pit stop where I come out, where I kind of figure in the race overall, and then I'll be able to make decisions based on that. So I've lost a bit of power output. I can only hope that Ricciardo's somewhere in that as well. If I can get some DRS here, I'll be very, very happy. I think it's the start-finish straight where I can really utilise it. Right, it's my fault. I am actually going to do a flashback. The reason is I wasn't watching the back end of Ricciardo there. That was my own fault. I don't often use flashbacks, to be honest. But I wasn't concentrating. DRS there? Are you kidding me? This is where it's going to be really hard to even make inroads on Danny Ricciardo because of that. But also because of this next corner, he kind of leaves me behind. And that's really difficult for me if I'm to get anything out of this one. You can see how he just pulls away. And as I'm coming over the top here, I just haven't got enough to get this DRS to really give me any benefit whatsoever. If I can keep close to him here, I could potentially get something on the start-finish straight if I don't lose him here, which you can see he just kind of pulls out, does his little thing and kind of beats me. But if I can just keep up with him here and get the DRS, which I have, I might just be able to pull something out.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums, so the gap to our teammate is 9.3
pulling right up
seconds.
here, so I'm not even going to get him on this, which just shows you how difficult it is to get up on these guys. I mean, I'm in a Haas, so you know there's no embarrassment in it. Like even Raikkonen's catching up on me, you know, he's been freed by Massa, so you know, third place is probably out of the question. It probably is actually because I don't think I'm conserving much fuel. So Raikkonen's right up on me now, so I'm in his DRS. Teammate status.
Kevin's in P10 at the moment. Okay, distance to teammate, 9.8 seconds. They're on old softs. Their time last lap was a 1:28.7.
Driver behind.
Raikkonen behind, less than a second separate you. They're on old softs. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1:25.2.
Driver in front.
Ricardo ahead, they've just entered the pits. You're gaining by 1/10 a lap. They're on old softs. The time last lap was a 1:26.5.
So I'm going to pull over a bit to the middle to make myself big for Raikkonen. I really don't want him to just take the position. He's probably going to take him in the pit stop anyway, because my pit stop teams prove time and time again that they're just not fast enough. So really, I mean, I'm going to lose him, but I don't want to be embarrassed by him. So I think it's, for my own personal feeling, it's a case of keeping him behind me at least until we have the pit, and then I don't blame myself for anything that happens inside the pits. I've done my best. So at the moment, really keeping him at bay is really important. So he's going to go wide here and try and take me. So I'm going to really hold the inside line and literally bring these cars to a halt so that he can't do anything. This is pretty much a no-go overtaking area. We've got a stack there, so it looks like he's got either Hamilton or somebody behind it. I'm not too sure, but there's definitely a stack there. Yeah. So Hamilton's up behind him. He's coming to the pits because he knows he's not getting anywhere on me. I'm not too actually disappointed with the tyres, so if I can stay on these softs for a little bit longer, I'm going to get better lap times, so probably best to stay on them and to go on to the mediums. Now this is a tricky one with Hamilton, because I'm starting to think, well, do I... Obviously the story with Raikkonen is now going on with Hamilton, but I don't want to be posting too bad lap times in order for Raikkonen to catch up. Ideally, I'm pulling out a little bit on Raikkonen by being on softs. I've got a tiny bit of leftover fuel. You can see Hamilton's got the DRS and he's going for that wide shot, so I'll take it right in to the corner. They want me to come in now, but I'm actually gonna see if Hamilton comes in here. I'm gonna stay out maybe another lap, maybe even 2 laps if I can afford to stay out. So yeah, Hamilton's come in. One of my tyres, front left, is starting to show signs of wear, but it's not particularly bad wear. So this could be a case of really staying out for a few laps and seeing if I can put a hammer down on this lead. I think I can get one more lap out of these tyres. I really do. Maybe even a lap, maybe even 2 laps. And before going on to the mediums, it's. I made a little bit of a mistake there. But I'll see on this lap. I'll see where I am in regards to my previous lap. So I'm 1 second down, so no, that absolutely isn't good enough. Box this lap.
Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap. Our gap to our teammate is 16.2 seconds. Kevin is in the pits.
Driver behind.
Battle behind. Our gap behind is 9.6 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. The time last lap was a 1 minute 43.2.
That plane's going in the wrong direction to the airport, by the way. He's basically landing in fields over there, so I'm guessing that's an emergency landing. Oh, so you can now see I have a cone stuck in my wheels. I don't know if that actually has a big effect. It should do. Perez is out of the race. So here we can see Vettel going through. I did expect Vettel to go through. It's the others I'm really concerned about. They'll be coming around the back corner. Okay, so there's second place. And there's third place, okay. So, oh, third, fourth and fifth. So I'm going to be racing coming out here. My expected finish was 13th, so really I would take even 6th at this point. I think that 6th would be a very, very respectable finish. I wouldn't like to lose anymore. Bottas, I mean, me and Bottas have basically shown up on the map as the same car, so I know it isn't going to be easy. Just need to block this middle. So you don't weave, you just make sure that your car's very big. And if he's going to try to take me, he's going to have to take the corner incredibly deep. I heard a crash there, so I thought he'd actually hit me. Middle of the track, really make my car as big as possible, because this could be for another 6 laps that I'm doing this. But you've got to be aware of other cars behind, because if I keep on doing that, it allows the other cars to pop up, and then for all I know, within a few laps I could be really struggling. Have a little bit of extra fuel, so I don't know that at some point I'll be able to make that count. Probably lap 13, I think, would be the lap where I can truly make that extra fuel work.
Our gap to the car in front is 5.7 seconds.
So you can see Bottas is trying. I'm trying not to weave, but Bottas is trying to get in my slipstream, so I don't want to give him that luxury. So what tried to do is I tried to actually come out the corner wide, and then I can maybe switch back 2 times under the gentlemanly rules of racing.
Teammate is 18.1 seconds.
Okay, so at the end of this lap, I'm actually going to turn my fuel up. Or maybe even about halfway around the lap. Turn it up just to give Bottas an idea of what he has to do if he wants to take this position from me, because we're talking a potential podium here if anybody has an accident. So he's going to really put his DRS up now, so I'm going to take that left hand side, brake very late. He won't know that I've turned up at the moment. And let me stay, there's allowed him to get up on me a little bit, so you'll see I'll just kind of drift here.
Gap to first place is 21.8
and then I go back over.
seconds.
And then yeah, it looks like my engine is just about holding Bottas off on the straight, so that's good. So that means I'm not battling that straight anymore, and then if we can get on the next 2 without him catching us up, I am setting a faster lap time.
The
Like that,
turbocharger is on its last legs. Let's try to keep mileage on it to a minimum.
So this is where I have to do a perfect corner here.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Because Bottas is going to ride up on me with his DRS. Luckily, DRS is going to do no good in this corner.
7.6 seconds.
Bottas is going to be absolutely fuming that he can't catch me here.
Right then, some information on Massa. They seem to have an issue. He's going to be very lucky if he gets the run on the
perfect exit.
Some wear on the MG UK. We need to stay out of rich fuel mode to manage it.
He's saying to stay out of rich mode, but I'm not giving Bottas this
we have
this
2 laps of fuel remaining.
This is this will be my best finish of the year, so there's no way I'm just giving it to Bottas. It's not happening. I don't think we're at any perilous wear.
This is your final lap of the race.
So we just really have to keep this clean now. Make sure we block off all routes for Bottas. We know he's in a better car, we know he's got better traction, but we know that if we put the car right down the centre,
Gap to car in front is 8.9 seconds.
And we can hope that somebody ahead of us maybe has a penalty of some type. I mean, if anybody has a penalty, that would mean we improved our position. All these things you've always got to think about. That's why I really don't want to give up this spot to Bottas. I really don't. I don't care what he thinks he deserves or anything. I'm absolutely 100% not giving this spot up. I just need to defend really this corner. Oh, that was intense at the end there because I made a mistake trying to switch the fuel mixture.
So, another excellent win from Ferrari. And Anthony Davidson, give me your thoughts. How did they accomplish this result? And as we can see, it's time for the podium, and as the drivers make their way out, there's a familiar red suit making its way to the top step. Fantastic win for Ferrari.
I don't think Lewis Hamilton would really be smiling in that situation, to be honest.
So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. It's a good result for Kimi Raikkonen, who extends his advantage at the top of the championship. Moving on to the driver of the day then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
Well, I have to give it to Lewis Hamilton. You know, it was just the kind of drive you'd expect from a multiple world champion.
On to the constructors then. Ferrari extend their lead at the top of the championship. After all that excitement...
Okay, so... takes me over 500 resource points, which is a good thing. And I'm leading my rivalry. I think I only need 3 more rivalry points to actually overtake my teammates, so... Okay, let's listen to the voicemail, see what she says.
I just came from a meeting with the department heads. Your performance came up and they're very pleased so far. Well done. Don't let that level drop, okay?
So we read Magnus and the Riot Act over there. No, let's have a look. So we've got 500 resource points, which means, thankfully, we can look at... I'm going to get another race, aren't we, out of the gearbox. But certainly nowhere near the 6 races yet, so let's look at the view and D tree. So it's energy store and I can't remember which one's more important. It's actually silly because I changed everything over, so I know what's important by having a look at it on the on here. So if we have a look at this one, ICE 68%, so definitely that is absolutely 100% needed to be swapped out, unless, there you go, the energy store is at 69, so the ICE and energy store and the turbocharger. So turbocharger is the first one. Oi, didn't mean to do that. So the turbocharger is the first thing that I should be looking to upgrade now, because of its 70%. So we'll go back to the R&D tree, durability. It's actually already got an upgrade, the turbocharger, which is pretty shocking. But I'll develop that one as well. It's a 1-week development time, so the next these ones should be ready for the next Grand Prix. Both gearbox number 2. We really need to get 3 and 4 when we can. I think once we've got the gearbox sorted out, because the gearbox is the one that gives you the big grid penalties. So it's kind of something that has to be thought of as very, very important. So the gearbox is the absolute must. So we'll go on to the next week. Oh, here comes my man.
Okay, I've got something for you. The new parts have been fitted to the car. The simulation numbers are good, so look forward to your feedback. Check out the details.
So we've got a gearbox which gives increased further 22% improvement. So it's only a minor impact, but and the turbocharger increases the durability by 30% as well, which again, it's a minor thing, but so important if we're to have a solid second season. What's it doing now? It's not even doing it as it's told. If we're to have a solid second season, this has got to be full by the end of this season. Basically, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for everything in the durability to be 100% at its maximum, and then we can look at, for example, I can actually see much better here. Then we can look at the aerodynamics, because they're definitely lagging behind everybody else. And then after that, chassis and powertrain as it goes, and then that will be the long, kind of the long history of how we progress. But definitely better than last year, 2017. If I'm totally honest, it's definitely been a step up. I'm really finding it difficult. I've taken those grid hits for the extra gearbox and stuff. So all of this stuff, it really kind of goes into your plan and what you think you can do. So, you know, you don't take any big things. Like I was just thinking there at Monaco, I could probably grab one more part of each, because, you know, if I start at the back of the grid in Monaco, it's I mean, you can't overtake, so it's kind of a written at where it's going to finish. So that would kind of be the way of it. So I finished 4th. I do actually have DVR capability on the video, so you can actually rewind and go backwards in the video, and it does show you even in live mode. Thanks for asking. Okay, so that's going to be the end of the live feed today. I might actually do one later on this evening, and then this afternoon. I don't know what I'm going to do this afternoon. I've got some ideas of maybe Ghost Recon or The Division. I'm not too sure yet, but keep an eye out on my channel, and I will put some times up if I do another live feed. So thanks for watching for now.